Hey, what's up? My name's Caleb. I'm a full-time reseller, and I just got back from the thrift store, and I got 90 items for $760, and that averaged out to about $8.44 per item. I'm going to go over everything that I picked up at this thrift store. I'm going to do it in two parts because 90 items would take quite a long time, but I like to go a little bit in depth on each item, why I picked it up, how much I paid, and how much I expect to get for it. To help unlock more things that you can be picking up at the thrift store. So I'm going to jump right into it. There was a 25% discount on every item, and then there were color tags that were 50% off before that. So I'll just kind of do some mental math and give a rough figure of what I paid, just rounding to the nearest dollar, so you can kind of have an idea. So this first item is an Eddie Bauer jacket. This is becoming one of my favorite brands to sell because it's really not a very good brand, but I have found the certain items within the brand that are selling well for me, and so I'm able to find them because nobody else is really picking them up. So I paid about 10 bucks for this jacket. The reason that I picked this one up is because this was a Weather Edge Plus, and this is a 3-in-1 jacket. So the liner is inside and there's the shell. So that's a very desirable model to have the 3-in-1. And it's waterproof and all that good stuff. That's the Weather Edge line from Eddie Bauer. It's like a higher end outdoor, like meant for outdoors, not just like a basic item from that brand. Here we have an H&M corduroy jacket. I got this because it was $4 and new with the tags. It's honestly not that great of a brand. It's not a good brand, but typically I wouldn't even pick something like that up, but because it's corduroy and it's like a really good style, I think the style is going to sell that quickly, and I got it so cheap that I can price it really aggressively and get that moving through my store. I kept my Patagonia streak alive with this Better sweater. It's in a really good size of men's 2XL, but it does have this company embroidery on it, which is going to hurt the value, but because the size was so good and it's full zip, which sell for a little bit more, I was happy to pick it up. I paid, so the tag on this was $15, and blue was half off, so that takes it down to $7.50, then 25% off of that. So basically for $5, I'm definitely picking that up every time. Okay, for $3, I got this Helly Hansen fleece. This is a full zip, and this is a brand that I really try to get only if it's one of their really premier lines, or if I'm just getting it really cheap and I can price it aggressively to move it quickly. This one did have a Viking cruise ship logo on it, so I'm not sure if that would actually hurt or help the value, because sometimes the employees of the cruise ships are looking for additional items they can wear. So it might actually help just a tad, but I would say it probably doesn't help or hurt. I paid $7.50 for this LL Bean jacket. This is like a more like heavy duty, outdoor jacket. It kind of feels like a nylon exterior, so I would guess that when I look it up, it'll be waterproof. And it does have this packable hood in here, so these are just some keywords I'll be using. It was a men's large, and it does have this like cooler old tag. So here I paid $4 for a Brooks Brothers fleece like sweater vest, full zip kind of thing. This is reversible, so it can be navy or red, and this is the 346 line. So for Brooks Brothers, that's the 346 line. That one is just like, I wouldn't even say it's more valuable, but it does tend to have their more modern items that sell a little bit quicker. So 346, reversible, full zip, all those are just going to help this, maybe mid-level item sell a little bit faster. And because I'm only paying, $3-4 for it, I can price it aggressively and get it moving quick. Here's an item I paid $5 for. This is a tennis brand, or I think it's also pickleball now brand. But this is a very strong brand within that niche. So for $5, this is like very heavyweight if you're able to feel it in person. I looked up this exact, I just typed in that brand. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but FullZip hoodie. And there were like 3 or 4 listed, and there were 2 sold, and both of the ones that sold were for over $30. So I'm gonna, list for 30 to 35 bucks, and I paid $5. I also paid $5 for this Notre Dame vintage crew neck. It isn't a very small size, but it is on this Made in USA Russell Athletic tag. So the Made in USA ones of these are a pretty good tag, and combined with a good school, I think that's going to be a pretty good item. Here I paid, so it was marked at $5, so half off would be $2.50. So like after the discount, maybe $2 for this. This is a FootJoy jacket, and it's new with the tags. It does have a company embroidery here, which once again, that does hurt the value, but because I'm getting it so cheap and it's new with tags and it's extremely high quality material and a great brand, I'm just still able to price this affordably and get it sold quick to somebody that doesn't care what it says on it. They just want the performance of this material. Okay, here I got a Barbell Apparel shirt. I picked this one up because it was new at tags. I paid $12 for this, so this was actually full price tag, but still 25% off. And yeah, because this one was new at the tags, the retail on it is $118, and I've sold jeans and pants from this brand before, and they sell pretty well. When I looked it up, the sell-through rate wasn't crazy, but there weren't hardly any listed that were new. So because this is in new condition, I think it'll still sell quickly. Okay, this next item is a Duth Sweater. I'm very picky with this brand, what I pick up, but it is a good bread and butter brand for me. On the Duth sweaters, and a lot of them when the tag is right here in the middle of the neck, right underneath is this little white tag, and the very top number is the model number. So if you go to Google, type in Duluth 68528, that's going to pull up the exact model of this sweater, and then you're going to be able to put that in the title and list it for a little bit more. I like this because it has a loop collar, that's a good keyword, and it also has a shawl collar. So in my title, I'm going to put, Duluth Sweater Men's Large Tall, another good thing, a tall size. And then I'm going to put the model name, and then I'm going to put shawl loop collar, because those are all really good keywords. So I paid $7.50 for this. If I had to guess, that's about $25 to $30 sweater. I paid $5 for this vintage Bill Blass sweater. I'm only picking these up when they're made in USA and say hand framed on them. And I've been selling these really fast for between $20 and $25. So this is not an item I'm getting rich on, but it's something that I know that I can sell quickly, and it's the perfect time of year to put this in my store and just move it and make my 10 to 15 bucks quickly and move on. Okay, here I have some snow pants. I honestly despise picking up snow pants because they're just like kind of awkward length, and they have these, gaiters sticking out the bottom, and they're just kind of difficult to measure, and you can't hardly tell if they're men's or women's. And I'm saying all this complaining, but they honestly do sell pretty good typically, especially in the better brands. So these are Helly Hansen, same as the fleece from before. And these were a good size large, and it says waterproof, breathable Hellytech on the inside. So Hellytech, that's one of their upgraded lines. And so I looked up these quickly. I paid $7.50 for these, and when I looked them up, some were selling for $60 to $80, and some were selling for like $30 to $40. So I'm guessing this is a pretty basic pair, $30 to $40, but even still, this is the time of year to be moving those. All right, here's another item I paid $7.50 for. This is an Under Armour jacket. It is camo print. When you mix a strong brand with a camo print, that's going to increase the sell-through and increase the value just a little bit. And especially with this time of year, that's really ideal. I did just notice that this has a big mark on the front, so if I would have seen that in the store, I probably would have left it, but the camo is so good on this that it just blended right in. On Under Armour, down in the bottom, they have all these heavy tags and whatnot, but on this little tag right here, on the back of that, the top number is the style number. So I'll probably type that into Google, find the exact style of this jacket, and then be able to sell it a little quicker and for a little bit more money. I love selling camo of big brands that have a strong brand presence. Okay, here's a women's item. I don't look in the women's sections, but sometimes they get put in the men's sections. This is an Eileen Fisher merino wool sweater. This is a really good brand. I only paid $5 for this. And on the care tag down inside the hip, there is a style code. So I'm going to type that into Google and get the exact style of that. All right, I paid $7.50 for this Tommy Bahama shirt. It is size 2XB, and it's in this like army green color. So basically, because it was a big size. Okay, here's an item I was a little on the fence about, but I got it thinking about this video in mind. This is a Tundra Polo. This is the logo right there. I got this so that I could talk about the sweaters, actually. They kind of came after the Fuji sweater and kind of recreated them, and they're a little bit easier to find than the Fuji, but they still, if the print and stuff is abstract enough, it can still sell for really good money. But even these polos, they sell slow, especially in winter, but they still do, like, there's still comps from anywhere from $30 to $50 on these. I paid $7. But the sell-through rate was pretty slow on this. So this is going to be a good seller in the spring. I might actually hold this back until spring, since I'm kind of doing that with some of my summer items. Okay, I paid $10 for this Swiss Army jacket. This is the brand right here that makes the Swiss Army knife. The classic little knife. And this brand just has a strong following because of that. More your outdoorsman type of person. And this is like a really heavyweight nylon jacket. It's insulated. It has tons of pockets everywhere, lots of features. I looked those up, and the jackets go anywhere from like the heavier ones, 30 all the way up to 100. So I'm guessing that's going to be in the mid-range, like a $40 to $50 jacket if I want to sell it quick. Here I paid $10 for this like Y2K Nike Windbreaker. These like Y2K vintage Nike Windbreaker or track jackets are an amazing bread and butter for me. I sell these really fast for $25 to sometimes $100 depending on the colorway and the print and how old they are. I'm guessing this will be about $30. I paid $7.50 for this New York Giants FullZip hoodie. The reason that I picked this up is because it is a Nike on-field branded one. So with the pro sports teams, if it's a modern one, I really am only picking up the Nike ones because that Nike brand presence mixed with the team makes it just a little bit more valuable and sell a little quicker. And this one was a good size 2XL, and it's a full zip with pockets. So I can actually call that a jacket, which is gonna once again help it sell a little faster and for a little bit more money. All right, I got lucky with another women's item in the men's section. Here's another Eileen Fisher piece, but this one is new at the tags. I paid $15 for this after the discounts. I think this might be like a dress or some sort of tunic top. Let's see if it says on here. Mock neck dress. Yeah, so I am not really an expert in dresses, but new at tags. The price tag on here is $180. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick that up and figure out the details later. Here we have a Polo Ralph Lauren cardigan. This is on the Polo Golf tag, and it's modern. I paid about $10 for this. And I believe that this had some upgraded materials, which is why I picked this one up. Yeah, this is 100% merino wool, and it kind of has this like stripe on the sleeve, and it's a cardigan. It has pockets, so all these things are just elevating it from just a basic polo sweater that are gonna help me get a little bit more for that. So I paid $10. I'll probably end up listing this for size XL, probably $40 or so, if I had to guess. Okay, this is probably my best find of the day. I did not do enough research on this yet to, go confidently and say what I think I can sell this for. But this is a Xenia cashmere bomber jacket. So I paid $15 for this, so it was full price at $20, but it was the 25% off. When I felt this, it felt like extremely, extremely soft. Then I saw that it was the Xenia brand, and it's size 2XL. I came down to the materials, because even at $15, like, when I'm paying up more than $10 for stuff, I pretty much always am looking it up. So I was kind of hunting around for the material tag. All right, I found the material tag. So this is 50% cashmere and 50% silk. And then the lining is rayon. So when I typed in Xenia cashmere bomber jacket, there was one listed and there was 3 sold, and all 3 that sold were for like $500. So I'm not sure if I actually have a $500 jacket here, but I'm gonna guess it's at least like a $75 jacket. I don't know what made those other ones so fancy because I'm not really seeing anything crazy about this other than the really soft material. But maybe I'll post a comp on the screen when I can find something that's a little more accurate to what I have here. Either way, great pickup for $15. I was like kind of floored once I looked that up. All right, here I have an LL Bean insulated rain jacket. I paid $5 for this. This is a women's, which honestly isn't great, but it is fleece lined and it has some insulation and it's like the waterproof material. So I think like, you know, it has enough good outdoor features that will still be a quick seller. All right, here I have another Y2K Nike Windbreaker. This was $6, so half off to 3, so like almost down to $2 on this. It's vented on the back. Red and black is a great color. It does have this Snapple Superstars on it, so I don't know if that's like a thing or somebody just randomly put that on there. But yeah, I would say that's probably a $30 jacket. Okay, I paid $4 for this. This is a fairway and green merino wool sweater, but the reason I actually picked this up is because it has this Winged Foot golf course logo on it. That is a more prestigious golf course, so their items actually help the value instead of hurt the value. There are some very minor condition issues on that, but I think because it's pretty much an outerwear piece, somebody's going to just wear that to go golfing, and it has their, you know, golf course on it. I think it'll still be a solid seller. Let's say $20 on that. Here I paid $7.50 for some Express jeans. These were in a very good size of 32-34 and straight, loose fit and straight leg, so not skinny. Really trying to stick away from skinny in men's because they really rarely sell. But because these were new at the tags, in a good size, in a good cut, I just went ahead and picked them up. I bet these are 25 to $30. Here I have a couple pairs of these. They might have priced some of them differently, but these are some vintage Carhartt pants. These are the carpenter style, but they're not like the like double knee or anything too crazy, but I did pay $7.50 for them. And same for these, $7.50. Here are some Patagonia pants. I'll have to look up this style. I've never found this exact style. It's like a very like shiny nylon. But these were marked at $25, so paid about $10 for these. I usually sell Patagonia pants for $30 to $40 pretty quick. All right, I paid $6 for this Peter Millar Crown Sport pullover. The Crown Sport is one of the updated model or updated lines. So there's the tag for you. Yeah, it does have a little bit of embroidery on it, and I'm not sure if this is like a golf course that's, you know, gonna help or hurt the value, but at $6, the material is just so nice on this. That's probably a $30 item with the embroideries. Okay, I paid $20 for this, which is kind of a lot, but it is a Columbia PFG camo like thermal. It has this Omni Heat like shiny lining. It's supposed to keep you really warm. The retail tag on this was $75. So I honestly didn't look this up. I think I meant to, and then I just kind of forgot by the time I got to the checkout. But I still think that that is probably a $30 to $35 item. It's actually PHG, so probably performance hunting gear. So maybe it has even better than the PFG. I don't know, we'll have to see. Here I paid $4 for this Vissla like fleece button-up flannel. This is a pretty mid-level brand, but it was so cheap and it's such a in-season item that I was happy to pick it up affordably. Okay, I paid $10 for this. I talked about this in one of my recent videos, but most Columbia I am passing on, but there is one line, it's Omnitech. Now this is worn off here, which is kind of surprising because the rest of the jacket is in like new condition, but Omnitech is their waterproof and windproof and all that good stuff. And so it does actually demand a little bit more money. So I've sold these jackets for like $25 to $35 really quickly. It's a good size. Yeah, 2XL, so that's still gonna sell quick. Here's a G-Star Raw sweatshirt. The big logo, big fuzzy logo is gonna be a good seller for this one. Paid $7.50 for this, size 2XL. I'd say that's a quick seller for 25 bucks. Okay, I paid 10 bucks for this North Face jacket. I also talked about this in one of my videos where I talked about the items I sold for the most amount of money. But this is a dry vent line, which is one of the most upgraded lines of North Face. This is the shell only, so that's not going to be as valuable as the one I sold in my video. But really good colorway on this, and the dry vent, waterproof, all those good keywords are going to get that sold. I would say that's a $35 item. Here I have some Levi's that are new with the tags. I paid about 10 bucks for these. They are the 550 cut, which is a decent one. It's not one that's like overly desirable. Not the best size, but you know, brand new Levi's for 10 bucks. That's kind of a no-brainer. I also paid 10 bucks for these BKE Tyler jeans. This BKE Tyler is just an excellent seller. They sell quick and they sell for like 30 to 35 bucks. So I'm always stoked to find that line within the BKE models. I paid $15 for these Polo Ral chinos. Good size of 33, 32, and they are new with the tags. Retail was $100 on them. So I'll probably sell these quick for 40, 45. Yeah, I'll probably list at 50 and get an offer between 40 and 45. So 15 into 45. Here's another new with tags pair of pants. This is the Everlane uniform pants. I've sold these a few times. It's honestly not as good of an item as you would think, but I only paid 5 bucks for these. So at 5 bucks, you know, I'll still sell these quick for, you know, 25, 30 bucks. Here we got a new with tags airy flannel. I actually got this for my wife to try on. It was new with tags and I only paid 5 bucks, so I figured, you know, even if she doesn't want it, definitely not going to lose money on that. All right, and then the last item here is kind of a random one. I paid 15 bucks for this, but it is a new with tags Cashmir by Charter Club sweater. This is honestly not that great of a brand, but it does have a high retail tag. I think this might be, yeah, this is a Macy's brand. But when I looked up this exact like model, the cashmere and all that good stuff, these actually were selling really well for like 35 to 40 bucks. So I'm happy to pay 15 and sell something for 35 quickly. That's gonna wrap up part 1. You have to stick around, hit the subscribe button down below so you can see part 2. I'm looking over at part 2 right now. Right on top, there's kind of a banger, so definitely check out that next video.